Hi everyone, welcome to my first video of the year. I am not dead, I am still here. The end of the year was a little bit busy for me. Work, videos, kids, just everything into one. So I decided to take a little time off just to get the energies back where they belong. And well, here I am, fresh and new. Happy New Year to everyone. I know it's a little bit late in the month for that, but not really, because we just celebrated the Chinese New Year. So that is a reset for all of us. So Happy New Year. I hope all your dreams, wishes come true. Lots of love, prosperity, and above all, health. And whatever little wish you have secretly in your heart, I hope that wish comes true this year. It'll be the best year for all of us. I can feel it. So, thank you for joining me. Oh, of course, I know you're looking here because it's beautiful. I have this amazing artist friend who made this custom t-shirt for me. I will leave her info in the description box. Please make sure to check her out. She's super talented. So, down to business. Our first meal of the year. I know everyone's on a diet. Everyone's into, bettering themselves at the beginning of the year and hopefully for the rest of the year also. So I decided to make something and keep it a little bit light without skipping on the flavor that I'm known for. Oh, also, for those of you that don't know me and are watching this video for the first time, thank you for coming. My name is Narima and I make delicious food with a Caribbean flair. Don't come here if you want diet food, because I don't do that. This is all full flavor and full amazingness. So with that being said, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. If you see something you like, please do subscribe. I really appreciate you, your comments, your messages, everything. So here we go. Back to our main dish. We are going to do crab cakes. So delicious. And yes, I know you've had crab cakes before and you've probably made them on your own. But like I said, I add a little bit of Caribbean flair to these crab cakes. So it's gonna be a little bit different than what you usually have at a restaurant or maybe from what you make at home. Couple different steps. So I will start first with the breadcrumbs that we use for the crab cakes. Then we will continue to the crab cake mix. We shall make the crab cakes. You'll see me making them. And while the crab cakes cook, my son gave me a mango yesterday, and I love mangoes, and I decided just out of the blues, let's make a mango salsa to go with it. Super Bowl coming up this weekend. You might even want to make the mango salsa for this weekend. So first things first, let's do breadcrumbs. Everything you need is going to be in the description box, measurements, everything. So just follow along on the procedure and you're good to go. You won't be lost. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit so you can see everything I'm doing. So I'm going to have a little bowl to make the breadcrumb mix. For the breadcrumbs, when you have crab cakes, they just usually use regular Panko breadcrumbs, plain, unflavored. And I don't do unflavored. So first thing we're gonna do are spice these up. And I like the Panko because they're light and fluffy. If you don't have Panko in your pantry, you can use any breadcrumbs you like, doesn't matter. But I just like the fluffiness and the lightness of Panko. So this is 8 ounces. Just gonna pour it all right in here. And no, we're not gonna use all of them, but I season the entire can and then I put back what I don't use to use for other things like pork chops, for example. Broiled pork chops, amazing with this. Steak, breaded steak, amazing. So once we have this, I am going to do 2 teaspoons of adobo. And this you can find in the Hispanic section of your grocery store. 2 tablespoons, I'm sorry. Two tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. This is so good on its own. 2 tablespoons of onion powder. Fresh ground black pepper. I've got a surprise coming in here. Wait till you see it. Black pepper is to taste. I can't tell you how much. Some people like it spicier than others. I love spice. So add as much or as little as you like. Now for the Caribbean side of this, I am going to add a whole bunch of cilantro. Cut the stem right off. I fold it up and just chop away. Just a rough chop, nothing special really. I'm gonna mix it all in there. And no, this is not the surprise that goes in here. Wait till you see it. It turns out amazing. Before we add the cilantro, now I'm gonna add this special ingredient that everyone loves. Ta-da! Cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? Makes everything better. I'm gonna add half a cup of Parmesan cheese to the Panko breadcrumbs. Now you can just imagine what this is gonna taste like. That's maybe a little bit more than half a cup, but extra cheese never hurt anyone. That way. Give this a quick mix first. And now I'll add in the cilantro. A whole bunch of cilantro. Okay, next step, we are going to make the crab cakes, the crab. Let me get it out of the fridge. And I'm using 1 pound of lump crab. I got this from Costco. Maybe you can find it somewhere else, but I do find Costco is the cheapest place that I can find it. This was $22, just for reference. Now you know why crab cakes are so expensive when you buy them at the store. Before I pour this into anything, we are going to make this in 2 steps. But I just wanted to show you how beautiful the crab is. Oh, it smells delicious. Okay, leave this here for now. For the wet ingredients, we are going to use 1 egg, give it a quick whisk, one-third cup of mayo. Don't be hating on the mayo. I told you this is full flavor channel. Two teaspoons of Dijon mustard. I keep saying teaspoons, but it's tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And this gives it such a little kick. Mm-mm. Get all of that goodness out of there. Now I know I'm going to screw this name up. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Yes, you can laugh, you can laugh. My daughter laughs at me all the time. 1, 2. And like I mentioned before, I love hot sauce. So I have this homemade hot sauce. I'm just gonna add a tad to it. You can use Tabasco if you like. If not, you can leave it without hot sauce. But it gives it a lot of flavor. Put that in there. And last ingredient for the wet, it's gonna be a whole head of garlic, a whole bulb. So we've got about 7 giant cloves in here, which I just need to break these 2 up and add them in. The flavor on these crab cakes, you're not gonna believe it. Simple ingredients, but very tasty. Soon you're going to see me with glasses. Sadly, I'm losing my vision. Happens with old age. Alrighty, last 2. All of this goodness in here in the wet bowl. I scrape a lot because I don't like to leave any garlic behind. What's life without love and garlic? Absolutely nothing. Worthless. Put this away. And make sure this is well mixed together. Yes, it's lumpy, it doesn't matter. It's gonna all go into the crab cakes. And it'll be nice and smooth. All right. Now to work with the crab cakes. Get that out of the way. Before I start on the crab cakes, I am going to turn my stove on. You can see over here. And what I'm going to use to coat the pan, I've been using, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I've been using ghee butter just because I love that butter flavor. It adds a little bit extra layer of fat, and fat is flavor. You don't have to use this if you don't have it. You can use olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, anything you have. You can even use butter for that extra flavor. It's up to you. Doke. I'm gonna let that heat up because I want it nice and simmering when we put the crab cakes in. Okay. Okie doke, turn you back to me. Now for the crab, let's put this in. That's a beauty. Let's break this up a little. As always, make sure your hands are clean, which mine are all clean, because you are going to manage this with your hands. Let's get a plate. Now, remember the breadcrumbs we made? We are going to go with 3/4 cup of these breadcrumbs. And this is the binder. It binds it together, plus it gives it so much flavor. And remember, this, you put it back into the same little container and you use it for everything. Put of salt. Not too much because the breadcrumbs are already flavored. Pepper. If you wish, you could add more cilantro to it, but I won't because it's got enough. Give it a quick little whisk. Make sure that crab is all broken up everywhere. You guys, this smells amazing. Okay, remember the wet ingredients? They're coming in here. Check my stove. Looks nice and simmering. Just about. Here go the wet ingredients. That mayo Dijon mustard mix. And gently fold this in. You don't want to break up the crab too much. That's why you're not mixing this way. You're just folding in. And yes, it will take you a little bit more time to do. But believe me, it's worth it. Is this nice and wet? That's what I'm looking for. It's got to be nice and wet everywhere. Yep, every part is coated. Perfect. Okay. From here, it's the fun part. We're going to use your clean hands and make the patties. How many patties you make, it's up to you. Big, small, it's all up to you. So, here we go. Take a handful. See? Nice big handful. They're very fragile, so just do it softly. Here's your first beautiful patty. Second big handful. It's $15 for crab cakes. And here you've just made 4 crab cakes for less than $6 each. A little bit other ingredients, but still, it's a huge difference. Hey, I can do math. That doesn't happen often. Alrighty, I'm gonna wash my hands and we're putting it in the pot. Give me 1 sec. Okay, this is, let's turn it over here. Maybe you could see the pot simmering. You see that? Oh, that's gonna be nice and smoky. Be careful when you put it in, you wanna be away from the pot. And yes, you do need it nice and simmering, this nice smokiness, because you want it nice and toasty for those breadcrumbs to really toast up. Take one at a time. Might break up a little, but that's okay. Hear that? That is a thing of beauty. First one. Second one. I'll move the camera in a minute so you can see it. Third one. I'm putting my timer on. I will have them cook. Look at that beautiful thing. I will have them cook for about 5 minutes. Timer on each side. 5 minutes on each side. Okay, so now that these are on their way, we are going to make our last part of this amazing dinner. How about, ta-da, a mango salsa. Yes, I say yes. My son gave me this mango. I was gonna eat it last night, but then I said, heck, I might have some stuff to make mango salsa. And I do, and it's so easy. When I leave you the instructions in the description box, I'll have much more ingredients, but since I only have 1 mango, I'm only using a couple, like a small amount. So we've got a mango, a red onion, jalapeno, because I like hotness, bell pepper, just a tiny bell pepper, lime, and of course, cilantro. So let us begin. We are going to peel the mango. Make sure this is clean. Ooh, that smells so good. In our bowl. Look at that beautiful. That is so beautiful. I don't like any waste, so I will try to get out as much of the mango as I can. Okay. If you have peaches, if you happen to have peaches, you can cut some peaches and put it in here also. It's really, 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 really amazing. Put about a quarter of the red onion. And that is got 1 minute on that side. Just gonna dice this up. Good. Oh, just about time to flip these. Let me turn you back over here so you can watch it. Beautiful. Put this on for another 5 minutes. And back to salsa. See, I've got this little handy dandy tripod that moves automatically. It's so cool. It took me a long time to figure it out. But anyway, so let me wash this real quick. Okay, jalapeno. You don't have to put the entire jalapeno if you don't like. Just for flavor. There you go. Because it's only a little bit, I'm putting half. Only my eldest son likes spice. Eldest son, who is a beautiful hippie. And when I say hippie, I mean hippie. I'm going to use a bell pepper. This is not a bell pepper, but this is what I had in the fridge. It's a sweet pepper, almost the same. This was last minute, so. And you can make this from the day before, leave it in the fridge. The longer the better. The juices come together and it's just simply amazing. Of course, my best friend cilantro. The juice of 1 lime. that. Hand wipe. A little bit of salt. Fresh ground pepper. Give it a mix. Look at that, look at that. That is beautiful. Please, please, please make this for Super Bowl. If you make anything, you must make this. And remember, if you have peaches, just add them in here. They go so well. It blends so well. That sweet and tangy tastes you have in here, a little bit of heat. It's incredible. Okie doke. Give me a minute to clean up and I'll be back. This is going to be done in about 1 minute. I'm going to put it in a serving platter and you'll see the end result. I will be right back.